What's going on, guys? What's going on? I suppose you saw something kind of weird. Well, I find weird these days, anyway. And anyway, it was just a bit of a lark, mainly. It's 10:07 at night. It's Wednesday, the 16th of October, 2024. Water, water, water. The human in front of you is Weaver of John C. in Rosemont, California. But the character that came out probably rattled a few people's cages left and right, wondering why this guy came out. Well, I don't know, but let me tell you a story. There was a long time ago, I think back in World War One or World War Two, somewhere in that time zone, we actually had an artist out there who liked to put in character faces and said Kilroy was here. Big round dome, big round eyes with a big nose and fingers hanging over a wall. Kilroy was here. It was a funny thing. Guy's been around for decades. And some people actually have tried to use him. I tried to do them. A long time ago, I tried to make characters. Well, I lost the damn card pictures a long time ago. Wish I had them. Because that would have been something to have. But I made a character out of him called Reverend Samuel G. And Greed stands for G, and G stands for Greed. Moonshine. Based off of all the televangelists out there screaming and yelling for money, pleading that if they don't get money out of the congregation worldwide, they're going to die. God's going to take them away. And we got the same shucksters happening throughout the decades. The same shucksters out there claiming that you don't help them, bad things are going to happen. And posting on everywhere they've got their own channels, television, streaming, everywhere else they got them. And they want to make sure that you understand the power of their faith, of their belief, and of them. They are speaking on behalf of God. I got even independent media guys out there laughing their asses off and making fun of these guys. I know, I already made fun of these guys a long time ago in a bit of a cartoon lark. I am dressed up in outrageous outfit, as much as I could make it. A long time ago. Put a suit coat on a body with a long ass nose and hands, and money signs all over the thing. And he's throwing money around. And stating that he's Sam Greed Moonshine. You gotta believe in him because he's got money. He wants all your money. You're gonna be worshiping God. We want all your money. We want all your tithes. We're gonna have all your tithes. You're gonna get me all them tithes, are you? And I started making character voices of this guy. Somewhere I made up Rev Sam Greed Moonshine. Well, the G is for greed, and greed is for G, so what the hell? You just started associating with the good. Well, I believe in God, I think. But I believe in greed. Greed's my God. See, I don't know about this. Just Jesus. Ugh. I know about money. Money. I know about the power of the book. Give me a buck. Give me a buck. I want money. I want my jets. I want my flotilla. I want my Air Force. I want it all. You're going to give it to me. Because I will show you the proper way to believe. And not on this God thing or this Jesus thing. No, I want greed. I want moonshine. I want money. What is this, the British pound? The sterling? The Deutschmark? The yen? Well, if you call that money, by the pound, then so be it. But I'm not for the global. I'm for the American. I am so into it. And I want to tell you the finest points of being greedy. I want more, and you got it for me, and I'm going to get it for you one way or another, because you're going to give it to me. Money, 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 money. Now, this God that you worship, he's a worthless one. This Jesus character is nothing but a huckster, a shykester. He's not like me. See, he'll give away for free, nothing in return. No, I want everything in return. I want money, 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 money. I want my material stuff. He wants to get rid of material. Ugh. He wants to give his stuff away. He wants to live poor and walking on the streets. Well, guess what? He ain't going to have it that much longer. Oh, no, 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 no. We'll push him around. We'll put him around the places left and right. We're going to push him around. We won't push him out the streets. We'll push him out of towns. In between towns. He won't be able to live anywhere, not even in the corporate area. Because he's interfering with my money, 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 money. If we have any vendors on Sunday at maybe certain churches or places to worship, I get a 90% cut of everything you get. I want my money, 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 money. You're going to give it to me, right? I love my money. I love my money. Who's this Trump character anyway? This is Trump. He's not a believer. He's not a greed. He doesn't know greed. I know greed. I know money, 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 money. Doing a bit of a character like that takes a hell of a lot out of me, especially when I'm going to be starting insulting my own religion that I have. A lot of people would know if they've seen the videos, even among the wind files or even things I already had labeled, that I would tell my story, who and what I am. I would tell you a lot of things about how I was growing up, how I was developing, and how things were affecting me a great deal. I know the side of the GR line. I know what food stamps are. I know what lunch tickets were at schools. So I know that end. I also know what it is to earn a paycheck. And then in between jobs, tent jobs. And if that's not able, you know, deal with the kindness and mercies of strangers, which is food giveaways and county borrowing and food stamps again. And finally, the ultimate would be the Social Security. Yeah, the fixed income that I have to survive on each month. That's what happens when you are totally screwed up in the head, mentally and physically, that you have to depend upon things you don't want to. I mean, yeah, I'd like to get back into work. That was a long time ago dream. And then I discovered there's no way in hell I can handle it anymore. So I deal with survival. And concerning about the greed of moonshine. Watching televangelists throughout the 70s and 80s growing up. Seeing how these guys operated. I had a kid's understanding about what these guys were doing. I didn't have an adult perspective like I have right now, and seeing a lot of it these days. And putting that into perspective and the memories, I'm like, shh. But there was no way I had the perspective back then as a kid. You go to church, you got to tithe. Why? Because you got to tithe. Why? Because you got to tithe. That's what it says in the Bible. You got to tithe. So it means to shell out your quarter or two and put it in a damn plate and send it over to a pastor. Now, why the hell was I going to be doing that? I need to spend it for my own damn self. I didn't know what all this tithing bit. You're taking away my money. But then again, my mother would give me the money to put into a tithe. When I got older, I put it into an envelope and put it into the plate. got a lot older, and then I discovered the reasons why they needed the money so much. Then you really started to understand what was a perspective of the reasons that the money was needed. But as a kid, you didn't know. As a kid, you see all these people going, money, 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 money. God will take me out of this earth if you don't keep paying me. I'm going to have a heart attack because God's going to take me away. Give me my money now. A lot of hypochondriacs, a lot of salespeople out there, a lot of nut jobs. And they built their empires off of it. I'm building a mighty empire over here. You keep sending me the money, I'll keep sending you blessings at this point. You know, Phil Collins did Phil Collins of Genesis did something about that one. Something about Jesus. He was talking to Jesus. And that song was a parody of the televangelists out there going, money, 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 money. Yeah, I remember saying that one. Listening to the song, I mean, I was listening to the 80s, didn't realize it as much until I listened to the 90s, and then later on, and then seeing all these new evangelists coming out there saying, but I want more, gimme, 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 gimme. And when I started going to a couple of churches like that, even televangelists are supposed to be, really swinging, and then they started asking, we want more from you. I'm like, no, thank you. No. I'm going to help out a church. I'm going to help out a church that's got an actual meeting here, but not filling out a guy's pocket. No, thank you. And those revivals, might as well have vacuum cleaners. Go to each person, suck everything else out of the damn pocket, including the lint. Is lint valuable? Is scraps of paper that valuable? I know if I heard the jingling in there, maybe that'd be worthwhile. But then again, you got to sort through the vacuum, all the vacuum bags to see if there's anything useful in a thing. Maybe, if you're lucky enough, you sucked up $100 from a couple of guys. Then you can actually start selling. Hey, Jesus, we got this one for you. I'm taking $99 and you get the $1. See how profitable it is? Because that's the thing concerning about the character itself, about Reverend Samuel Greed Moonshine. It's like every person I've seen out there throughout my life, including currently, who don't care, except what's it going to profit them? What's it going to grift you on this time? Now, case in point, there may have been a few televangelists out there. Some people may have thought they were grifters. Maybe at one time I did believe into it. But the material I was seeing, it was helping me. So I couldn't call it a grift. A few televangelists that my family and I donated money to. Been to churches. Been to their places. Okay. We didn't see what the major grift was supposed to be until we saw the projects that they actually had. I mean, the edifice that they actually had out in Garden Grove, right by the 5 freeway. Some people will be freaking out about that damn thing because it is huge. And back in the late 70s, early 80s, this is what they wanted. The smaller church just couldn't accommodate the people that are coming on there, and they're getting a worldwide televangelism coming. They wanted to get more butts over there because they were turning people away because they didn't have the rooms for it, so they would watch them on television. I wish I had been in that service beforehand just to see how packed the pews were. This guy was a phenomenon. Reverend Harold Schuler. Started his way from a drive-in theater among orange groves to an empire he built and then lost. But in the process, he was producing material that was helping people out. But yeah, you buy some of the tchotchkes he's had, it would help out his empire. But the thing is, some of those tchotchkes I liked. I liked. Jewelry, accessories, books. I read the books. I had a few of them. Lost a few. I still want to get a few of them back. But I remember the lessons that they taught. And one of them, be happy attitudes. That was my favorite. That was my favorite. Because it was telling me about the four gospel books, about what Jesus is talking about in the Sermon on the Mount, and what he's suggesting for people to be. You want to be happy? This is how you do it. And it helped. So I can't knock against that. I can't knock against him and his teachings in his sermons weekly. So I just kept sending something in there. I kept getting a souvenir back or more. The weekly printing up stuff. I mean, it does cost money to produce all this stuff, and it did need the revenue for it. So, it's a business. I didn't think about the business stuff. I wasn't mature enough during those days, but I read the books. I remember reading those books. I wish I still had them again, because it was an eye-opener. Normally, Vincent Peale was an icon in himself. Power of Positive Thinking. He wrote a book about that one. I'd like to see if it's still on the internet, so maybe I could try finding a copy of this thing. He influenced Schiller's ministry. He made a believer out of me. If there is a God, I was probably thinking at that time, I still wanted him to hear me. Maybe it was, but I wasn't hearing him. But in a way, I guess some of those things were trying to help me out a bit. Materials that he actually had. Somewhere in there, maybe I got a remnant or two buried around here. An old letter opener and a coffee cup. That's okay. At least that's helpful regarding televangelism. But I seen the other ones wanted to build up more and more of an empire, or a more physical empire, a university, another grandiose campus. Now we need to get transportation for this thing. Now we need to have an amusement park. Now we need. It's going to be helping bringing people over there to share a ministry, or is it just for grifting purposes? I had an issue over that damn thing. Getting older and I'm seeing the guys doing the same thing all over again. Kenneth Copeland in Israel, Joel Osteen, and a few others. Of course, you had a university out there, Oral Roberts University, private Christian colleges and campuses out there, spread out like crazy. Strict behavior, but you're going to be learning more about stuff, but you're supposed to have strict behavior. No, thank you. I'll go to the public. I'll go to the public or things like that, at least. Nobody's going to be married. Nobody's going to be telling me what my behavior is supposed to be. I know what my behavior is supposed to be. It's not sticking my hand out to everybody else saying money, 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 money. And that's my issue these days. I got things I have to say and things I'm saying. And, one time, I wanted to sell my stuff out there. I'm not quite sure if I want to anymore. I really don't. Wrote stories. Wanted to see them out and publish. Takes money to publishing stuff. But to recoup it back, it's going to be a wonderful thing right there, isn't it? Do I need to start grifting on people for that? I don't know. I still have to decide on that one. It's been a few decades since I've written anything. Few people have gotten materials of it. I just wanted to get the message out, whatever it was. I'll connect it to it, so write about it and send it out. I guess at one time I wanted the ego and the fame for it. I wanted to tell people, look at me, I'm this one. I like being like the rest of my icons and heroes. So look at me, I'm better than these guys. I'm. Yeah, I'm right there. Oh, thank you. And I know other people wanting to get profit going on their sites on YouTube, Patreons left and right. Yeah, because they want support constantly, and also selling up stuff to make sure that they got a tidy business going on. I kept asking myself on a lot of times throughout my time being on YouTube. I still haven't come up to that answer yet. YouTube still pushes. I keep saying I'm thinking about it. YouTube keeps saying no, no, no. You got to think about it harder. You got to be one of these guys. So I ask my question to him. Why? How dare you ask that question? I ask. I dare. You got a problem with that? Yes. Why? How dare you? Why? You no, 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 no. We need advertisers. We need money. You have to do this for us. I do. You have a contract. I never said a contract on that damn thing. As long as I follow your stuff, yeah. But did you ever say I have to be forced to do a Patreon and to get people on there to like my stuff? That's your business outfit, not mine. So eventually, Google will probably cancel me out. I'll still do my videos. I'll just probably put them somewhere else. The reason why I put my videos on is because I want my mental stability to be it is. The original concept of the channel was supposed to be about my own mental health, my own mental well-being, grieving, mourning a great deal, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all that sort of crap driving a person insane. Not to mention probably driving them over the edge where they're going to the final pathway and they're not coming back. But then there was also the other thing going on where I needed breadcrumbs. If there was going to be any change of behavior that they were going to be detecting, anything at all, probably help them out to learn if I was going over the edge or not. Probably not to help save my life, but save someone else's life. Maybe. I could accept that one there too. But for me, I'm constantly asking for subscribers and followers. I tried that a few times. It scared the hell out of me when I actually got a few people actually listening. Still does. Oh no, I could have just knocked it off on a private and that's about it, but then again, nobody would see it. So I guess maybe it is a bit of an ego thing I got there going. Maybe I am on my soapbox trying to reap the rewards that I'm so asking for. But the rewards I'm not asking for is, give me money, 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 money. No. You're listening to my story. You're listening to how a guy's trying to maintain his sanity a little bit. In a world going crazy, how does a guy maintain himself through all the emotional shit and trauma I've been through throughout my lifetime, losing people, pets, and anything else all that time. But I'm supposed to go forward because this is how life is supposed to be. And society keeps telling me the same damn shit. They don't like it if people actually break down and start crying their eyeballs out because it scares the hell out of them. They don't know how to deal with it. That's not productive. That's not productivity. How dare you? You're against a machine. Machine of thought, behavior, and everything else going on. You have to obey because we tell you to. Why? Because. Deal with it. Doesn't matter if you're hurting like a son of a bitch. And I can use real salty language on this one here. And you just deal with the emotional problems. You're dealing with the mental health issues. You're dealing with the guilt trips and the anger issues and the people of resentment that you have against either in the past or currently. And how the hell are you supposed to be able to deal with that? A lot of people probably say, you're talking. What good is that? Well, it's better than acting. And some of the outcome I don't want, or actually most of the outcome I don't want. Because if it's the outcome I'm aiming for, it's going to be putting me in more hot water. No, thank you. I'm not dealing with that. No, I'm not. So I deal with what I'm doing. Crazy and nuts as it is. But you know what? On it. So when it came down for some of the stuff I keep coming across, social media, about the televangelists being nailed left and right, and made fun of and ridiculed by the independents out there because They're the one grifting. They want money, and they want. And I had to come across with this schmuck. I had to come across with the Reverend Samuel Greed Moonshine. Yeah, my way of telling the televangelist. Bite me on that one. The rest of the churches who actually do need the money to support operations they've got. Okay, fine, I can understand that. Tithe, I need to. I need to tithe. Give service, yeah, if I can. Don't mind it, if I could. I mean, I could rest back in my patoots and to say, well, I did a lot of things back in the past. And I didn't ask for that much money, or ask for money at all. Unless, of course, somebody hired me to do a job, then I do a job, I get paid for it, and that's about it. Move on. But no, we're talking about people who want stuff, and they're going to get it out of people one way or another by promising anything and everything to get it. And then coming across as bupkis. I came across people like that in my travels. Even outside the religious stuff. Promise you, and they'll deliver. Not much anyway. So, said hell with it. Not worth it. I do what I gotta do. I do it the best I can at this point over here. They don't like it on that one. So if I do Samuel G. Greed Moonshine, it's probably because I'm a little pissed off at the so-called religious folks out there. Faith-based. They want to deliver, they want to give money to God. Fine, give money to God. God, he don't like money. God don't, he doesn't have a bank upstairs. He doesn't have an ATM. He doesn't have a vault. We're talking about materialistic pieces of metal and paper that we apply values towards. What are we going to do down here? We do things with the metal and pieces of paper because we attached value to them. But some people attached more than that. They want to get other things from other people because what it means for them. It means money, 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 money. It means to do stuff, have political power. It has more stuff to collect. You know, I look at this apartment I have right now. I got too much junk in here as it is. I've got collectibles for my family. I've got old antiques. Furniture's are falling to pieces that I sleep on. A chair that I used to have my brother and now it's broken down. It's holding other stuff in it. Hand-me-down cookware. That works. It's usable and sold as silverware. A place to store my family's ashes. Little tchotchkes concerning about religious icons and holidays and stuffed animals. Trying to build up another library, but they're all buried in books, actually in boxes. But that's what I got for this apartment. And old cookware. Clothing that still needs to be washed from months back. But that's what I got. Do I need a jet? Do I need a ship? Do I need a car? Well, I don't know. I know how much I have a rough estimate in my head of how much it'll cost to have those kind of things. I ain't got it. There's no way in hell I'm saving up for that damn shit. No. Not opening up a credit card for that damn thing either. So screw it. Not worth it. I do a character as something funny. Probably as a warning, or probably just as something like a ha-ha, like a comedian would do it. But no, for me, it was a warning a long time ago because of what I saw and what I experienced. And I'm not going through that shit again. You can have all the televangelists keep sticking their heads out and keep sticking their hands out and want more money out of you so they can get their own damn crap. They want their flotillas, their jets, their fleets, and God knows what else. You know, if I could get rid of most of the shit, I would. Computer operations I still need. Schooling and other things. Communications. Entertainment. Stuffed animals I give you. Broken down furniture. Guys, just give everything up and follow him. Well, if he wants everything else in this place, looks like I'm going to have to give everything else to him. Because if I still need cookware to cook on, I'm not going to be wandering around the streets. If I still got a roof over the head, that's my intention right now, is to keep a roof over the head. Keep bare basic minimums in this place. Unfortunately, when it comes time for the holiday seasons, I have to spend money for that crap. Halloween, I got to spend for scaring the living crap out of people, but there's no one out here I can do that to. Spend money for Halloween candy. Well, nobody wants the damn shit, so what do? Toss it out or go sick on it? Christmas is coming up. Trying to get the thing looking a little bit better these days, but I'm not quite sure if I'm in this season for it. I've had Christmas trees up all year long, gathering dust and decorations all over it with bears and bells, nativity scenes, candy canes, lights. They don't mean anything unless there's something worthwhile. And since I've been stuck in my damn depression for a hell of a long while, and my grieving and my mourning, I get the triggers. It doesn't mean all that much. But I still need them anyway. Why? They're reminders of what I used to be a long time ago. Time when I celebrated holidays with my family. Larger trees, larger balls, presents underneath the thing, lights put on there, decorations all over places we used to live. Going out and seeing friends, people, and being of service one way or another. You know, being in that kind of a holiday season and trying to do it all year long if we could. I'm a solo act right now. I moan, I groan, I piss, I vinegar. That's what this video is about. Yeah, tell me to get out of my damn head. Yeah, easier said than done. Especially when I'm constantly reminded all the time. Kind of locks you in a perpetual cage, doesn't it? That's me. That's me. So let the Reverend have his fun for a short time during the Halloween season. After that, I gotta retire the ass. I gotta retire him. I gotta retire the guy because I don't like him. I never liked that damn personality. I never liked that persona shown to everybody because I'm seeing it in anything and everybody out there. It's just, I can't deal with it. I'm not dealing with this one.